Welcome everybody, I am Caroline Rudderman and we are here to do a self-Reiki treatment for restorative practices. So I want you to go ahead and take a nice big breath in and sigh it out. The session is really going to be a guided exploration for what's really tearing you down, what belief systems are driving you to go further than you want to energetically spend your time, your awareness, pushing you to be harder, faster, smarter. Take a nice big breath in, and so on and so on. All these things that we have kind of growing inside of us that really tell us that we're not enough just to exist. So go ahead and begin to bring your hands to your heart center and to the mind of the belly mind. This is the heart mind, this is the belly mind. They're very distinct zones that have such natural intelligence. Take another big breath in. And exhale. I'm keeping my hands on my lap because as you're in this position, I'm working on your whole system. Just breathing in, breathing out. And as you're settling back in your chair, as you're settling back into your couch, or your bed, or onto the floor, I want you to really remain focused on the out breath, on the exhale. That's the sigh that I don't have to do anything for 10 minutes. I'm not responsible for anything except for myself in these next few minutes. You can let the doorbell ring, you can let the cat meow, you can let the dog bark, you can let the timer go off. And exhale. From your heart and belly, I want you to go ahead and bring your hands to your hips. It can be kind of at the waist, or it can be a little bit further down. I want you to go ahead and just feel what feels good for you. Sometimes it's a mobility issue that makes us want to bring our hands a little bit further down or over here. So please just pay attention to your body as you're entering this space. And again, my hands are on my lap. As your hands are staying here, I'm going to just keep working on you. And sigh it out. I'm really working at your low back, around the sacrum, and your abdomen right now. That's where I'm working on you. The only thing I want you to ask yourself right now as you're focusing on that out breath, on that exhale, what is driving me right now? It's okay if the mind answers first. It's okay if the mind says, I gotta get this done. So give the mind a chance to think the answer. There you go. And then I want you to have the mind soften across the forehead. Soften across the back of the brain. Just imagine it's getting all melty. Soften across the sides of the temple, the whole sides of the brain, one side, and then the other. Asking the whole underside of the brain to get soft and melty. Asking the top of the skull, inviting it to get all soft and melty, or maybe diffusing, or bubbling. And then go ahead and invite the whole organ of the brain to soften. All at once. See if the whole brain can soften. You might notice the parts of your brain or the parts of your neck or your shoulders or your back or whatever is clenching. That's okay too. But see if you can just keep softening the brain. And I want you to bring your hands from your waist or from your hips to your knees. It could be the bottom side of the knee, it could be the outside or the inside of the knee. Top of the knee or even the back of the knee, right? It could be kind of working back here as well. Anywhere that you want to work around this whole joint, right? Because it's the joint that is helping us from the hip to the foot. There's a lot of mechanical things happening as we're walking and moving our body. Yeah, continue to soften the brain. And while with that nice, fluffy, soft brain that you have beginning here, I want you to send an email or a memo from the mind down past the heart, right into the abdomen. So just imagining this question isn't staying in the question zone, it's staying in, being sent to the abdomen. So take a nice big breath in, and on the exhale, say, what is driving me right now? Keep that nice soft brain. You might get an instant word. You might get an image. You might get a sensation in your body, like a part of your body might start clenching. You might see a color. You might get a feeling of like exhaustion. Or some kind of other emotion. Here you go. Take a nice big breath in. And let's just be prepared for there to be no answer. If you get an answer, love it. But sometimes as we're learning to connect with our body is like, you have not been listening to me for 35 years. Why would I start communicating now? Right? Like it takes a little bit of trust to like rebuild, to say like, I'm listening. I'm working right now on the abdomen itself. There you go. Take a nice big breath in. Go ahead and soften across the forehead. Soften across the back of the brain, back of the neck. Soften across the top of the head, bottom of the brain, the sides of the brain, and the whole brain all at once. Keep encouraging it to continue getting nice and soft. Letting the shoulders drop. Maybe you got an answer, maybe you didn't get an answer. All of it's good. But I want you to send that same question from the mind down to the heart center this time. And I'm just sending Reiki to your chest, the front and the back. There you go. Take another big breath in. And your hands are still at your knees. Maybe you're changing location around the knees. Maybe your hands are kind of at the point of connection from the top of the thigh where all those muscles kind of hook and connect into the knee. You could even be at the groin, but somewhere from here to here is where your hands, your Reiki hands should be going. Okay. Take another big breath in with that nice soft brain. We're going to send that question from the mind all the way down to the heart space, somewhere underneath the ribs, under the armpits, right to that chakra, the organ of the heart, the organ of the lungs, this whole region. Right, to the arms, to the hands, to the shoulders. It's all part of the heart space. It's all an extension. What is driving me right now? There you go. Yeah. Sometimes it's not a pretty answer, but we can accept it anyways. Just want to be loved. Just want to be seen as beautiful. Beautiful. There you go. Another big breath in. Exhale. I want you to go ahead and whichever area, whether it was the tummy, whether it was the heart space, whether it was the mind brain, I want you to go ahead and ask an answer to that, what's driving me right now? And say, what if that was complete? What if I knew unconditionally that I am loved? What if? What would I be experiencing? What would I be experiencing if my to-do list was completely done? Right? Sometimes when we have our to-do list completely done, then we start to experience panic, real fear, real survival, or the perception of that. Beautiful, exactly. Sometimes these answers are a little bit of a little awakening. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be present. So when we're talking about restorative work, like what we're doing today, we're just simply saying that, like, oh, okay, can I catch up to me? Can I be present with myself, with what's going on inside of my heart, inside of my abdomen, inside of my brain? And sometimes the answer is, hell no, I cannot. Pardon my French. Sometimes the answer is so painfully obvious that it's kind of hilarious. Treat this as play. Treat this as play. The more we can detach from the seriousness of all of this, the easier and lighter we'll become. There you go. We're just doing a little mini session today. Take another big breath in. I'm just kind of snapping at the crown and at the root. And that simply helps me open and activate, or sometimes close or break apart. It has different functions that I'm not even aware of sometimes. There you go, another big breath in. And exhale. Yeah, if you're noticing back pain, ask the back pain. What is driving me right now? You gotta soften the brain first. You cannot do this work if you do not have a nice, clear awareness of what your body is expressing. If the mind is too blah, 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 you gotta start there. Take another, just smoothing your energy down right now. Take another big breath in. This is really just meant to give you a little teaser, a little taste of what 15 minutes can do to help you feel a little bit more centered, a little bit more calm. Okay. I have so much love for you. Please type in the comments anything that your body answered. I am so here to help you. My goal as a Reiki teacher is to help you learn how to inspire change in your vibration. That's why I teach intuition. That's why I teach Reiki, so that you can have all of these tools to continue to connect to yourself. All right, my lovelies, I hope you had a fabulous little mini session here. And please like or subscribe or share with a friend.